Welcome to today's Explainer. Right now, we're literally tearing down the barriers between you and your absolute dream job. We're going to dive into a really fascinating breakdown of what actually works and honestly, what completely fails when it comes to getting noticed by recruiters online. We're going to build a comprehensive, step-by-step blueprint to fix the exact profile mistakes that are holding your career back. I am so pumped to guide you through this. So let me ask you this. Have you ever thought to yourself, I put in the time, I set up the account, I filled out my name, my school, and then absolute silence. Just crickets. It's incredibly frustrating, isn't it? You followed all the basic instructions, so why on earth isn't the phone ringing? Why aren't recruiters just flooding your inbox? Listen, you are definitely not alone. This is a massive, massive pain point for so many freshers and focused learners out there right now.
Well, the answer to that frustration is actually pretty simple. Creating a profile and optimizing a profile are two very, very different things. That's the core realization we need to make today. Just existing on the platform, that guarantees you absolutely zero visibility. None. Recruiters aren't just scrolling through millions of random names hoping to accidentally stumble upon yours, right? They're looking for optimized signals. You might think you're doing everything right by just being there, but from a hiring manager's perspective, an unoptimized profile is basically invisible. But don't worry, we're going to fix this with a complete top-to-bottom audit.
Here is our roadmap for the audit today. First impressions that fail. Then, fixing your core profile. Next, showcasing work and projects, followed by networking and engagement roles, and we'll wrap up with mastering your personal brand. Okay, let's dive straight into section 1. First impressions that fail. We are starting at the absolute top of your profile. This is literally the first thing HR professionals see before they've read a single word about your actual experience. Listen, a casual selfie or, a super low quality crop from some group photo, that instantly tanks your visibility. On the flip side, a clean, professional photo with a neutral background forms an incredible first impression. It tells HR you take your career seriously. And here's the harsh reality. HR professionals make a split-second judgment based on this one image. If it looks like you didn't put effort into your photo, they're unconsciously going to assume you won't put effort into the job either. It's tough, but it's such an easy fix. Right next to that photo is your headline. A weak generic title like, say, student at XYZ college is just passive. It tells a recruiter absolutely nothing about what you can actually do for them. But an optimized headline, something like fresher, aspiring data analyst, skilled in AI, wow. That instantly communicates your career level, your exact target role, and your highly relevant technical skills. You are practically handing them the exact information they need to drop you straight into the yes pile. Moving right along to section 2, fixing your core profile. Once you've successfully hooked an HR professional with that great photo and targeted headline, they don't just stop there. They're going to scroll directly down into the body of your profile, straight to your About section. Leaving this blank, that is a massive mistake. Now, it shouldn't be a novel, but it needs to be a really simple, clear story that answers 4 key things. Who are you? What are your concrete skills? What's your immediate career goal? And most importantly, what is your value statement? Meaning, what specific problem are you going to solve for that employer? If you check off those 4 boxes, you transform an empty void into a genuinely compelling professional narrative. Now, what's really fascinating here is the hidden mechanics of how you actually get found. It's a search-based platform. That means recruiters are literally typing specific industry keywords into a search bar. They're not just searching for hard workers. They're searching for terms like Python or data visualization or B2B sales. If those exact words aren't written in your profile, the algorithm physically cannot show you to the recruiter. Actually, let me repeat that because it's so crucial. Understanding this search logic changes absolutely everything. Let's look at the real-world application of this. Leaving your skills section empty simply equals 0 visibility. However, adding targeted keywords like Excel, communication, AI tools, and marketing, that acts like a giant magnet. Keywords are literally the secret sauce to increasing your job visibility on a search-based platform. Integrating these specific terms is essentially waving a massive digital flag that says, hey, I am an exact match for this job description. Every relevant skill you add pulls recruiter searches directly to your page.
And hey, quick side note, if you're wondering how to constantly update those skills or figure out exactly which keywords are trending right now in your industry, practical career topics like interview prep, finding jobs, and integrating new AI tools are regularly shared at JobSwami HR Solution. It is a fantastic resource to learn these essential career growth strategies. They break down exactly what employers are looking for right now, which honestly makes optimizing your profile so much easier.
All right, let's keep moving. Section 3, Showcasing work and projects. So, moving further down our profile audit, we arrive at the proof. Look, anyone can just type AI tools into their skills section, right? But after verifying those keywords, HR actually wants to see the real evidence of your abilities. For freshers who might be thinking, but wait, I don't have years of job experience, that is perfectly fine. Impactful project examples like building Excel dashboards, designing mock marketing campaigns, or even creating automated workflows with AI tools, that shows initiative. It shows practical application. Even small, self-directed projects matter significantly more to HR than just having a degree on its own. Next up, Section 4, Networking and Engagement Rules. So now we're transitioning from the static parts of your profile, the text, the photos, to the dynamic actions required to actually get noticed. Because an inactive profile, no matter how perfectly written it is, eventually just gets ignored. If you aren't getting job referrals, you're almost certainly missing a concrete connection strategy. You need to be connecting with HR professionals at your target companies. You need to connect with specialized recruiters in your industry. And you need to send short, polite, personalized messages introducing yourself. You really can't just sit back and wait to be found. You have to actively build those bridges to the people holding the keys to your target roles. Furthermore, your day-to-day activity acts as a massive amplifier for your visibility. Sharing what you're currently learning, dropping thoughtful comments on industry content, and just engaging with your network daily, that turns a quiet, static account into a vibrant, active hub. Think about it. Every single time you comment on a post, your newly optimized headline shows up in the feed of hundreds of other professionals. An active profile equals more visibility. It's just basic math. And finally, Section 5, Mastering Your Personal Brand. So, the crucial point is that all of these individual fixes, the photo, the keywords, the projects, the networking, they all roll up into one overarching concept. A lot of people make the mistake of just copying and pasting the bullet points from their PDF resume right into their online profile. Guys, that does not work here. A resume is a dry, historical document. This platform demands dynamic storytelling and a real focus on achievements. It's a social platform. You need to inject some personality, explain the why behind your career choices, and really customize your narrative. It all comes down to this core realization. Your profile is your digital identity, not just a resume tool. When you finally stop treating it like some digital filing cabinet for your work history and start treating it as a powerful personal branding engine, well, everything shifts. You aren't just desperately applying for jobs anymore, you're presenting a fully realized professional identity to the global market. And as you continue to build out that truly powerful digital identity, I highly, highly encourage you to subscribe to Job Swami HR Solution. They just excel at breaking down complex career branding, interview techniques, and skill development in simple, easy-to-understand language. Surrounding yourself with that exact kind of smart career guidance is absolutely the best way to ensure your newly optimized profile translates into actual real-world job offers. So, we've gone from first impressions to keywords, from showcasing your best projects to daily networking, and finally, to mastering your personal brand, which leaves us with one final, absolutely vital question. Is your profile finally ready? I want you to take a second and reflect on what you've learned in this explainer today. Go take a hard look at your own page. What are you going to fix first? Let us know in the comments below. Go take action.